Hey Joanne, welcome back.
Hey, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. I know we spoke a couple of days ago about everything that's going on.
Yes.
So how have things been these past few days since last time I saw you?
Well, considering it hasn't been too long, I mean, things are kind of still on the same page. Juan hasn't acted up in school since the last time I seen you, which is a great thing. Sarah and Melissa are still doing fine. They do often ask, where's daddy, but I mean, again, I have to explain to them kind of what happened in the most juvenile manners for them to understand, but...
Now you say that you speak to, in the juvenile type of manner. I know your youngest one is 2, and your middle child is 5, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so do you feel like you can't be as open with them and telling them what happened to their dad, or?
I'm actually a little afraid of how they'll react to death.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that they're still young, and I don't know if it's okay for them to understand at this age what death is, and I mean, of course I want them to know what happened to their father, but I think it's better that I kind of sugarcoat things for them now, and then be able to explain to them later on in life what happened.
And tough is a death thing, and there's so many different ways of approaching it. You just have to find the right way that works for you and your family when dealing with all of this. Because it is hard for you and it is hard on your children. But I will make sure that I can give you resources on how to talk to your children about death and dying and grieving that is age appropriate to them. I'll make sure that I give that to you. Now, last session I know that we talked financially about the struggles that you're having. Have you heard anything else about the insurance company, or do you know where you stand with all of that?
No, I did make a phone call the other day just to kind of, I really want to keep in touch with them so they don't forget about me, because I know insurance companies can be sometimes, but they're just working on it is all they tell me right now.
Yeah.
It's an open case, and there's nothing I can do to expedite the process. It is what it is right now.
And I'm sure it's very frustrating for you.
Absolutely. Especially since it is kind of my reliant source of income.
Have you gone back to work at all since the last time we spoke?
No, but I did speak to my coworkers and my boss, and I'm going to start back next week. I think that's what's best for me, and trying to get out and be social, and I think it'll help in keeping my mind off of all of the events that have occurred recently.
Yeah. You need an outlet, even if it's just for a little bit, to just step away from whatever's going on. I mean, do you like doing anything for fun that might be relaxing for you, or therapeutic in a way?
To be honest with you, and like I said, for my kids, I mean, now that my husband is gone, I mean, my life is my kids, so anything that they want to do, I will do, and I will be happy to do. I know that Halloween is coming up, and we enjoy, typically as a family, carving pumpkins, so I look forward to taking the kids to the pumpkin patch and getting pumpkins.
How are you going to feel doing that without your husband? Do you find that it's going to be difficult?
Yes, I'll notice that he is not there. I'm sure the kids will too, but hopefully I'm hoping that the activities that we partake in on those days will kind of keep our mind off of Daddy not being around.
You want to try to create fun for them and not focus on Daddy not being home.
Yeah, I think a fun environment, allowing them to do things that maybe they wouldn't normally do. I mean, they'll be so frustrated trying to get through the corn maze that they'll forget that Daddy's not here with us.
Yeah. And it's great that you're creating distractions for them. Have you talked any more about to your family in Kansas? Have they offered to come help you out?
I've spoken to my family. Unfortunately, though, my family is not as well off as some are, so there's not a chance at this point of them being able to come see me. but they are there for moral support, emotional support. I speak to them quite often. They know that I'm going through a very tough time right now, so they try to reach out to me as much as possible. And I do speak to them, but sometimes, you know, when the kids are in bed, I mean, I just kind of want time to myself to take in all of the activities that happened that day and everything that's been going on.
You want time to
Unwind, gather my thoughts, get myself together. I feel that alone time is kind of very important for me at this point in time.
Everybody needs their alone time. They need moments to get their thoughts together and just to be by themselves. Now, I know we talked about your oldest child, disciplinary. Has the other two acted up at all at school or at home? I know you mentioned that they do at home school, but has anything else happened recently with them?
Other than the incident with Juan, no. At Melissa's daycare, they just mentioned to me, and I don't think maybe it's not a big deal, maybe it is, I'm not too sure. But they had mentioned to me that she has been taking toys from other kids.
Okay.
Not necessarily taking them and going home, but just, you know, they're playing with it, so she takes it from them. I don't know what it is. I mean, she doesn't do that at home, but perhaps maybe that's something that Juan and Sarah are demonstrating to her, and she's kind of picking it up.
Do you feel that this is just because she's 2 years old, or do you feel that this is because of her dad not being there? How do you feel this is streaming from?
I think a lot of this is streaming from Daddy not being there, mainly because he was the
Was he the disciplinary?
Yeah, exactly. He was the disciplinary figure in the household, whereas I've never. He's really just been the one to kind of put the kids in their place. Like, kid, you can't do that. You know.
Do you feel that you need to step into doing the disciplinary role? Do you feel comfortable being the disciplinary person?
Do I feel comfortable with it? Yes and no. Verbally, I feel comfortable with telling them what's right and what's wrong. But as for physically, I no. And it's not, their father wasn't physical in the point where he would beat them or put them in any kind of danger. I mean, but you know, you can take a cookie out of the cookie jar and you're not supposed to, you might get a little slap on your hand, and I've never grown up with any kind of thing like that, so it's kind of hard to bring myself to, you know.
So your parenting style, do you feel that you'll be more comfortable doing timeouts, taking away privileges for whatever they've done wrong? Do you feel comfortable doing that? Or does that fit into your parenting style?
Yeah, I believe that might actually make a lot of sense for me to start doing. I mean, considering the recent event of Juan, you know, telling his teacher that he doesn't have to do anything, perhaps I should take his gaming system from him, and maybe that'll teach him that you can't do that. You know, these are your teachers, you have respect for them, they're here for a reason.
And you're going to explain to him, this is why I'm taking it, or why?
Yes.
Okay. And I can give you some more information about disciplining your children and different things that you can do. Do you feel that that would be helpful for you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any other concerns that I can help you out with today?
Do you possibly think it would be ideal or to put the kids into some kind of a therapy or have them?
How do you feel about it? Do you feel that they need to go see someone and talk about what's going on?
I think maybe the older ones. I think Sarah and Juan may benefit from it. I'm just not 100% sure. I've never been in therapy or.
Okay. Well, I can give you more information also about what the therapy sessions are. I can give you a great name for a child psychologist in your area that takes your insurance that would be very beneficial to you and your children. Maybe he can also give you some more answers about how to deal with, you know, this whole process of grieving and losing your husband, and also he can give the children information on their age level so that they'll be able to get help and be able to grieve. So, is that all for today? Do you have any other questions?
No, I think that'll be all.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure we have another appointment down, but it was really great seeing you today, okay?
Thank you.
All right, you take care.